One day, just like any other day, I was sitting and browsing through YouTube, watching Jaden Animation's videos. Then suddenly, a small idea popped into my mind. What if I made animations like that too? I kept that idea only in my head, hoping that one day I'd forget about it completely. And as you might guess, that idea was never forgotten. It just kept getting bigger and bigger to the point where I would just sit somewhere and could see my whole life as an animation inside my head. It was that extreme. On the other hand, I kept telling myself, come on, how many stories do I even have to tell and animate? A few days after that, I unintentionally went and watched Jaden's videos from 10 years ago. I was watching them just out of curiosity. Then I even wanted to see what topics she talked about, how she made her animations, and they even gave me a lot more ideas. After that, I kept watching her videos and analyzing them for myself. How she approached things, how she did lip sync, how she animated her character, and in the end, I came to the conclusion that these things are actually really simple. Why couldn't I do it? All I needed was a cartoon version of myself, a script, and a topic to talk about. And then came the thought that I'd have to sit somewhere and record my voice, which was really hard for me. And every day, I kept thinking about how I was supposed to do that. Like, I thought about how I should draw my character and animate it. That part was easy. It only needed one day of thinking. But recording my voice, I don't know how many days, but I'm sure it took weeks. Definitely weeks. Even writing the script wasn't that hard. I just needed to sit somewhere quiet and write. And even though I'm not that good at that either, I still managed to sit down and write it. Little by little, I kept thinking that I had to record my voice. And the fact that I didn't want to record it, the whole animation idea was fading inside my mind. I even told myself that it's not like I'm losing anything by not doing it, until I remembered something. Something from the past that I had forgotten. And that was the 14 or 15-year-old Hania. Yeah, that time when I was sitting in quarantine watching lots of different animations. Well, maybe not that many, but yeah, around that time I learned that the animation major exists in art schools, and I found a new goal for myself. And that goal was that one day I'd make my own animation, which until not too long ago I considered just a childish dream. But then those memories started coming back again. So I guess you could say I'm starting this whole thing for the past me, the 15-year-old Hania, or maybe 14. I don't remember exactly how old I was when I had that dream, but around that age. After all that, recording my voice was still the thing that bothered me. I really didn't want to record it, but I needed it for the video. It took me several days to figure out what I should do. I'd set days aside for myself, but I was either tired or not in the mood. Besides that, I had to do a bit of acting, which takes energy. Like, how am I supposed to gather enough energy just to sit down and tell a story? If I wanted to talk very normally, I could have just given my script to AI and had it read it for me. And even though it might actually talk more energetically than I do, I don't like using AI in that way. So I had to do it myself. At first, when I finally had the courage to record my voice and talk, I picked up the script I'd written and looked at it. And why was it so confusing? It felt like it was the first time I was seeing that text. I even read it multiple times to make sure I knew exactly what I was supposed to say. On top of that, it suddenly felt like everywhere became really quiet, and if I talked, my voice would echo everywhere, and I felt completely uncomfortable and didn't want to talk anymore. But I eventually did it. I recorded my voice. After recording it, I listened to it and thought, hey, this is good for the first time. But when I listened again, I thought, maybe it's not that interesting. Now I've recorded my voice for the second time, and so far it's much better. And one more thing. Last night, by coincidence, I found a few videos teaching how to speak properly, and I realized, oh, seriously? I actually don't know how to talk?
Why? Why is speaking this hard? It's not like I've never spoken before. But it was interesting. Because I hadn't talked much for a long time, I had literally forgotten how to talk.
Like someone who lives in a cave? Because honestly, I live in a corner of the house by myself without talking to anyone. And does this make me some depressed, sad person? No, of course not. I'm very happy.
Something else I realized during all this was that I draw my characters super energetic, doing this thing, doing that thing, always cheerful and lively. But on the other hand, my real voice can't deliver that kind of energy.
I'm sorry, I'm not energetic. Now I just have to think about how to end the video. Maybe like, goodbye, or see you in the next videos. I'll probably sit and think more about it so it fits the whole video. So for now,